Let this video be a caution and a warning for all people, especially more for them that dwell in the continent of North America. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the world superpower known as the United States of America, the lamb-like beast, it is about to speak like a dragon. And right now, America is witnessing its own demise. The nation is divided. The bickering and the arguments, the fighting, the strifing that is taking place among the people, a huge wind is stirring up the nation of America. They are being stirred to be at a state of unrest. The nation is being stirred. People are being stirred by the media. And while we are seeing the media portraying the left versus the right, while these things are happening, so many things are happening in the world elsewhere. Will America remain the same? Answer, no. When you look at what's taking place right now, we can see that something is about to come upon the people of the United States of America and all people of the world. Here's the thing. This superpower is actually beginning to witness a shift in government. There will not be another Democrat who will rise up to power to be a president. From here on, it's only the Republican right wing that is going to take over. After President Trump wins the 2020 election, think about this. The next election after that is going to be 2024. It's quite interesting that President Trump made a statement on his Twitter claiming to be the very last president of the United States of America. Make note, President Trump is the 45th president of the United States of America. He has just declared himself to be the last. So, apart from him, there will be no other presidents. Regardless of how you take this, President Trump is not playing. Observe this tweet that came from his Twitter. When we are looking at what he shared, this video of him being president, it does not begin from 2020. No, it begins from 2024. So it goes from 2024 to 2028, 2032, and so on until the number 8,000, and then it just says forever. Question: what is this telling you, and what should it tell you? Well, this should tell us, ladies and gentlemen, that President Trump is claiming to be the final number 45. Once again, Trump is claiming to be the last number 45, the last 45th president. What's prophetic about that? Here's the thing. I was forced to go back and re-examine what I had spoken about Obama being number 44, and I also compared that to the kings of Israel being 44 kings. Now here's what I actually found quite interesting. When you take all of the kings of Israel and all of the kings of Judah, they all add up to 40. Now if you take all these kings and then you add them to the first regarded 3 kings, Saul, David, and Solomon, you get the number 43. But people often disregard Absalom, and they say that because Absalom was not anointed by God to be king of Israel, therefore he is not counted in the lineage of kings. But the Bible tells us that Absalom won the hearts of the children of Israel. Furthermore, David vacated the throne, leaving it empty for Absalom. Absalom came and sat on the throne, but he only lasted for a few days, and then he died. Whether you accept it or not, the throne was vacated and Absalom came and sat on the throne. He interrupted David, his father. He interrupted David, who was the second king of Israel. establishing himself as the third king of Israel. And it was only upon his death that King David was able to return back and claim the throne. Upon reclaiming the throne, David would establish himself once again as king of Israel, but this time he established himself as king number 4. Because David vacated the throne, someone else took the throne. Does that make sense? I don't need to repeat that over again, but you get the idea. So David was both king number 2 and number 4. He was the only interrupted king in all of the history of Israel and Judah. There has never been another who was interrupted. Likewise also with America. America also parallels the history of Israel and Judah, because there was only one interrupted president in all of the history of the presidents of the United States of America, and his name is Grover Cleveland. He was both president number 22 and president number 24. David was king number 2 and king number 4. Again, 2 and 4, 22, 24. Do you see the parallels? Do you see the interesting numbers? Could it be that God is trying to speak to us in showing us that things which hath been are that which shall be, and that God will require of us of the past? Could God not be speaking to us? God is in control, my friends. God allowed only one president in the history of the presidents of America. Only one of them was an interrupted president, and his name, Grover Cleveland. Again, he is president number 22 and president number 24. He was interrupted by Benjamin Harrison, who won the hearts of the American people and became the 23rd president of the United States of America. David was king number 2. Absalom came and won the hearts of the American people, the children of Israel, and became the 23rd president, the third king of Israel. But he would die shortly hereafter, and then King David would come back as the 24th president, the 4th king of the American people, the children of Israel. Do you see the parallels? Obviously, Grover Cleveland is not King David. He is not Dawood. This just goes to show you that God is in control. God allowed one president to be interrupted in all the history of the presidents of America. And now here we are on president number 45, and president number 45 just happened to be Donald J. Trump, and Donald J. Trump is claiming to be the last president of the United States of America. He makes a tweet about it, telling people that he is the last president and that he will be president in the year 2024. Upon re-examining and looking at the history of Israel, what we find is that truly there were 45 kings and not 44. That, my friends, is where I made the mistake of counting up to 44 kings. But upon close examination, there truly were 45 kings. And yes, that includes Absalom, who people disregard, and we also have to add David a second time, obviously, and that adds to the number of 45 kings altogether. Now make sure you take this seriously, what I'm about to share with you. President Trump is president number 45. Based upon this analogy, am I saying that President Trump is the last president? Make sure you listen carefully and don't twist my words. I did not say that Trump for sure is the end of all of American presidents, but what I am telling you is this: all of the signs which are pointing to a last president are right before our eyes, and we are seeing the actions of the last president. We are seeing a shift of government. We are seeing the government of America move in the direction of church and state. We are seeing the demise of the republic, although they are saying America is to be made great again. Be on guard. Stay alert. Open your eyes. Many Christians will come and tell you, vote, vote, vote. Go and vote for Trump. But what you must understand is Jesus said, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and unto God that which is God's. Let that which belongs to the state remain in the state. Let that which belongs to God remain unto God. Let the two not come together. Church and state should be separate. But you're going to see church and state unite, just as church and state united in the Dark Ages. The seasons are ripening, and it's almost time for the great harvest. And that time of harvest is the end of the world. Church and state are coming together, my friends. In order for church and state to unite, first the pendulum must swing far left to such a degree that the land or the nation is without God, period. And then you must introduce the far right that will come and swing the pendulum to the far right, saying we need God back in the land. And then before you know it, we need God in the government. And before you know it, we need to enforce Christian rule. We need to enforce a Sabbath rest for all people. We need to enforce a Sunday rest upon the people nationally. You see, my friends, this thing is coming. There's more that can be said about this. But I hope you got enough out of this video, and this should give you enough clues to go and do more research for yourself. Go and search more about this. There's much more that can be said about this. So what I'm going to do is cut the video here and just say, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to this channel. There's more information like this coming across your way. A lot more series are going to be coming across your way that's going to break down a lot of things that will help you understand exactly where we are as of now. Alright? Thank you for tuning in and for joining me. This is The Controversy 7. You take care of yourselves, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time.